Welcome everyone to our presentation. Our study is our study seeks to answer if the number of board members, particularly those who are independent or diverse, is linked to positive changes in share prices. Issue is important since the people making up the board play an important role in central governance, and that companies today are pushed to become more open and responsible by both investors and regulatory groups. Hello, I'm Rabia Elias, and my team and I will provide you with our research results. We based our study on recent research and share useful information that can guide firms, policymakers, and academics in corporate finance. Next slide, please. This slide presents the abstract of our study, which explores how board composition, specifically board size, independence, and gender diversity impacts the share prices. With growing investors' demand for transparency and better governance, companies are under pressure to optimize the board structure. Our research focuses on public companies from the US, EU, and China between 2020 and 2025. We used literature review and comparative analysis to evaluate how board factors affects the financial indicator like ROE, stock liquidity, and crash risk. This insight from this study are intended to guide firms in adopting board configuration that support long-term value creation and market confidence. Next slide, please. In this slide, we introduce the core theme of our study, corporate governance and its role in driving shareholder value. We explain how global financial events intensified scrutiny on board composition. Our focus is to assess if the board size, independence, and gender diversity contribute to better share price performance. This study targets listed firms in the US, EU, and China, where governance reforms are actively evolving. By investigating these variables, our research contributes to a wider understanding how board structure can enhance the investor confidence and positively affect a company's market evaluation. Thank you, and over to Divine.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Divine, and I'll be talking about the problem statements and research questions. While corporate governance is the major focus today in business world, the connection between a company's board structure and its share prices remains unclear. While some studies point to a deep connection, others suggest that alcohol use and mood are not closely connected. Because of these inconsistencies, it is important to do more detailed and better organized study. Our initial objective is to determine if larger boards or higher board diversity leads to better share prices. We plan to assess the ways independence and diversity on the board affect the company's market value. Such questions help investors and companies boost trust among shareholders and improve their performance on the market. Critical literature review. Our literature review includes pre-reviewed articles from 2020 to 2025. Alvarez and Marshall of 25 found that board refreshment and tenure strategies improved shareholder returns across 3,300 plus firms. Favor et al. 2021 demonstrated that gender diverse boards enhance monitoring and profitability, while Tashore et al. Showed gender diversity reduced crash risks and boosted liquidity. However, these studies seldom linked board attributes directly to share price growth. Most focused on US and EU firms and excluded combined metrics. Our research fills the critical gap by examining board size, independence, and diversity together, alongside directly aligning with our objectives to explore their joint influence on the stock performance. So moving on to the methodology, my colleague will take on from there.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Hasnan Javed, and now we are discussing methodology. We use a secondary research methodology collecting data from trusted academic database such as SSRN, Science Direct, and Harvard Business Review. Our research focus on studies from 2020 to 2025, ensuring that our analysis is current. Keywords included board composition, independent directors, and share price performance. We only include peer-reviewed source to ensure academic credibility. Reviews was checked by ensuring that Each study focused on listed companies and reported financial performance outcomes. Our method provide a reliable foundation for ensuring the link between board structure and stock performance. Results. The first chart address our first research question. A study on Nigerian banks relevant that the longer bank size negatively affect return on equity ROE with a coefficient of minus 0.143 in constant greater board independence significantly boost ROE with a positive coefficient of 3.317. The results suggest that merely increase the number of directors may not be affected. Instead, the quality of governance through independent oversight has a more meaningful impact. These findings suggest that board structure influence firm value and aligns with global calls from improved board accountability. Over to Hasnan Raza.
Hello, my name is Husnain Raza, and today my presentation topic is about independence and diversity and a discussion after that. That starts. Our second charts for the second search question. In Chinese, a share firm, a 10% increase in independent director was linked to better accrual quality and sport earning persistence meanwhile. US and EU companies with over 30% female board members experience a 13% lower stock crash risk. This confirmed the role of diversity and independence in stabilizing performance and attracting investors' confidence. These findings validate the benefits of board firm in both developed and emerging markets and highlight how composition can be a strategic tool for resilience. Next please, next slide. The next slide is discussion of result. Our result clearly support both research objective, board independence improve financial oversight, and boost ROE, while gender diversity reduce volatility. However, larger boards tend to lower performance due to slower decision making. These findings align with existing literature, but our study goes further by comparing all three boards variables together. This comprehensive approach helps identify which governance factors matter most. We conclude that independence delivers the most consistent positive outcomes, making it a critical component of effective board and structure and long-term shareholder value. Next to Fahad Rahman.
Yeah, my name is Fahadur Rahman, and I'll be doing the last one recommendation, conclusion, and references. So, the first one recommendations. Based on our findings, we recommend that the companies prioritize appointing more independent directors to ensure strong oversight and accountability. Firms should also implement gender diversity initiative aiming for at least 30% of female board representation to reduce crash risk to enhance governance. Oversized boards should be avoided as they slow down decisions and reduce efficiency. To implement these changes, companies should provide board training and adopt evaluation. Fireworks, a balanced approach focusing on independence, diversity, and manageable size, can deliver both governance and financial benefits. The second one, conclusion. So, in conclusion, our research shows the both companies significantly affect firm performances, independence boost, return on equity, while diversity lower risk and enhance reporting quality. Larger board, however, have a negative impact on performance. These findings confirms our hypothesis and highlight the importance of well-structured governance. Our study also contributes to literature by companies, all three boards variable in one framework. The officer's practical insights for companies, investors, and policymakers are aiming to strengthen long-term corporate value. And the last one, references. In our references, Here we are present the full list of sources we use throughout the research. All references are from credible academic journals or consultancy report published between 2020 and 2025. Thank you for listening. We hope this presentation offered a meaningful insight into the value of effective board composition. Thank you.